Closing doors, please.
That's New York City, like.
Two of your men front, they get four in they back, nigga.
As we enter back into the art of reality, part 2 of this chapter will take you further into New York City's art scene. Sit back and make yourself comfortable as we indulge into the perspectives within the worlds of fashion, life as a visual artist, making it as a comedian, street sports, and more for your imagination to ponder. Let's just leave it at that.
I never actually wanted to model. It started as a bet because I had a boyfriend that told me, you never model.
I'm a model.
Ex-model. I'm a fashion student now. When I started modeling, it was crazy. And I was like, oh yeah? Well, watch me. And I went and I did my first photo shoot. Model for the Fashion Institute of Technology. And then after that, when I had to find the photographers, it got shadier and shadier and shadier.
And it's definitely tough to be called a plus-size model all the time, especially if you feel like you're a normal size woman.
My agent told me, honey, you look better with your clothes. Why do girls with like curves have to go through only booty magazines and like double XL? Why can't we be high fashion?
It's girls like me that are changing the industry, and that's like really what gets me through the day and through castings, and I love it.
Yeah, we're a dime a dozen. Models are a dime a dozen. You gotta be the best one out there.
You gotta be different.
You can't just stand there and look pretty for the camera. Like, just like, oh, I'm cute, and then cheese. No, you better work, okay?
Work that cheeks outfit. Yes, mother. Yes.
And if you're not working, you really not working, because nobody's gonna hire you if you just standing there looking pretty. I'm model coach too, by the way. It hurts your legs, it hurts your body. My agent told me, he was like, honey, if it doesn't hurt, you're not doing it right.
You're second tier to being a straight size model, but you're not. Like, guys like me more.
So imagine standing in heels flexed up for 10 to 12 hours without a drink or a bite to eat, with people tearing on your hair and destroying your face and pins in your ribs.
I refuse to conform. I refuse to lose weight, and I refuse to gain weight to be any specific model. I got signed the size I am, and I'm going to be this size model so I can help girls in the future become a healthy model.
It's very difficult to get through, but if you're nice to people, people will remember your name. And that's the biggest lesson I've learned about the fashion industry in New York City.
The 90s models were about a size 6'8", and now the average straight size model is a size 2.
Sometimes bringing a photographer a cup of coffee will mean a publication in the biggest magazine 5 years later.
I'm a fashion student, and honestly I get a lot of shit for being one because people don't think it's a real industry, but fashion, are you kidding me? Like, it's a bigger industry than the automobile agency. Like,
Go to Dykeman, it's crazy right now.
This is New Horizons.
This is crazy.
My mom actually made these shorts. Like, I'm from a really... Thank you!
I used to be bullied when I was little from being tall, so I got to start when I was 13, 14, been modeling since then, and now I love it. I mean, it's tough sometimes, I have hard skin, love it. Meet certain measurements. You know, it's just like you have to stay on point all the time. Because if you don't, well, you're out. If you don't fit in the dress, well, you're out.
Looking for pins? He's doing shows? Cop out, bro. I had to cop.
Shout out to Joe, shout out to Soul Exchange. My man came here on a mission.
Mission accomplished.
I always collect sneakers. My man David, we're here at the Sneaker Fest. Swimmy, got some drip for everybody.
Moon landing, MX 90s, the 3M, 41 blacks and men's. I like them. MX 1s, MX 90s, Flyknits. Jordan 1s that I don't really count because those are classics. You need some pairs of them.
Are they yellow? Oh no.
Cause you know she too fake, yeah.
Ain't no pounds. If you want beef from a cow, ride with the stick with the whip automatic. You may now visit the bride.
We do custom work, so I want to do something that's very valuable to the heart, something that people can come here, I make a piece and they're like, yo, you just made the most sentimental piece. I'd say, of course, one of the hottest things in the game. You got here the Cartier nail banger, fully flooded. Now something like this, if you actually go to Cartier, would retail at about $40,000 plus, as you could check. Now it's fully fucking flooded. Beautifully done pavé work. Now something like this, you actually come to me, since I got the connect and the hookup, I could do a nail banger like this for under $10,000.
How long does something like this take to make? This is like incredible.
Yeah, it could take a month plus. First we gotta do the design, we gotta sit out. Then we select the stones and make sure you get the highest quality of stones. We're trying to become the best jewelers in the game, where people can come and they know it's always gonna be right. There's too many phonies out here, too many flazes that are giving out bullshit for the prices that they're giving. People will tell you it's VS1, VS2 quality, but they're giving you SI crap quality, imperfections, and they'll be ripping you off because people don't have too much knowledge in this game.
Yeah, so we just need affordable housing for people because you got people in the streets struggling to try to pay their rent. And as much as you're making luxury condominiums and luxury apartments, we still need affordable housing. And you can't have a lottery that takes you like 3 years to try to get up in there.
See me, I'm an artist. I do graffiti. When people think of graffiti, they think of the shit on the walls. They think of the shit on the rooftops, on the highways. That's one aspect of graffiti, but there's a bigger definition to graffiti.
I started doing graffiti here in 1985, 1988, doing my thing and doing trains, vandalizing stuff. Then eventually you progress.
Always express like who you are. Like I've always done art my entire life, and I'm finally getting the platform to sit here and express myself.
I'm a muralist, so I'm here because I was painting this mural. So I came through to finish and to kick it with everybody.
I started doing illustration, comic book art, and things like that. And then I progressed to mural art. Mural art to me is telling a story on a wall, whether it's graffiti lettering or characters or background like we have here.
Colored sand and poured through my hands for about 5 hours to create this painting. It's all improvised. My first colored sand painting was 2006, but I've made about 900 of these since.
Wow.
Joe Mangrum, and live in Crown Heights, Brooklyn.
Art is my life. Keep art vital. That's what my brand is all about. Nav Designs. Keep art vital. Keep it alive. I feel like without art, this world would probably be black and white and nothing behind it.
That's my story. I used to do graffiti illegally. Now I do it legal.
Last year I was in Dubai. This spring I was in the Netherlands. I traveled to Chicago, Miami. Back in the days when I was doing artwork in here, it wasn't accessible to do as many walls. You would have to ask a lot of more permission, and the cops would still mess with you. Now, look what's happening. We got this whole fest going on. You know, you don't have to have as much press and heat on you as before.
I get to do what I love, and then having all these different types of people come up to me and tell me that they love what I'm doing, that's like the only boost. It feels so good, you know? So I'm just here to spread love because my name is Love Notes, and then I get that love back, and I'm just on cloud 9 the whole time.
It's like a music clash, so we had the hype beast versus the lyricists. So we call lyricists like J. Cole, Kendrick, and all them. Hype beast, we got Future, Gucci, and all them. So it's just like to see designs on both hats.
So we're both graphic designers, so we've been following each other for some time, and she finally DM'd me one day and she was like, we should do something together as far as illustrating. Hype beast versus lyricist, so I did the lyricist, which is like J. Cole, Kendrick, Jay-Z.
Right here today we're doing, for the past 4 days, is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Old story back in set in 1920 where a family, a poor and impoverished family, live in Brooklyn, and in their tenement building they look in the courtyard and they see this tree, and the tree represents hope, life. It's the tree of life. Only poor people can see that tree. Once that tree grows in a richer neighborhood, like what's happening now in Bushwick and Bed-Stuy, the tree then creates negativity. So what we do, we're combining that with Charlie Murphy, R.I.P. Now, a lot of people don't know Charlie Murphy is a Bushwick resident, born and raised in Bushwick Project, so that's what we got on the top of the wall. Bushwick Project representing.
Nate Tiny Archibald was someone I always remember. I remember seeing him playing on television, so when I had the opportunity to create a piece of art, I said, wow, I gotta create this piece dedicated to Nate Tiny Archibald.
That's dope. Praise be God to Jesus. This is number 1 on the list, but more importantly, we own 5 of the works that are on the list. Really? We were kind of hype about this. This is 20,000. This is from Drew's author. He's a traditionally trained painter. He went to the SVA. This is actually from a different show that we did about Big for the 20th anniversary of Ready to Die. We did this in 2014. The name of the show was The Only Christopher We Acknowledge Is Wallace.
I respect a lot of the new artists who are coming in because they are showing me something different, new techniques, new way of telling stories with the paint that we're using, the spray paint.
Don't ever sit there and try to meet up to someone else's standards just because you want to fit in.
But at the same time, with the spray paint that they're using, we set that up. We're the ones who said, this is what you do with a spray can, and they took it to a next level.
We haven't given it away yet, but this is the third and final one we're going to give away.
What's the street?
They did the largest Biggie mural in the world right here on Quincy and Bedford. It's nearly 40 feet, and it's actually a pretty beautiful piece. It has his lyrics in it and is inspired by the famous Crown picture he took.
Rob Mario, I'm a stand-up comedian from Harlem, New York. Best place in the world. You know what I'm saying? You just came to see my show, thank you. Oh, hold up. My man right here, yo, my man right here.
H-Town, baby. I've been doing comedy since the late 70s.
You can do what he does without even thinking about it.
He's very kind. No genius. Wait, oh, you agree that I ain't no genius? It's a tone that a New York comedian has that an LA comedian doesn't have.
Excuse me, the great Nico White.
Nico
Check
White.
him out. I hope I open for him one day. bad dude.
Thank you, brother. And you know when an older guy from Harlem call you a bad dude, that means you hard and shit.
Oh, yeah,
or as close to it as you can get.
Getting on stage, making people laugh, it's a interesting feeling that a lot of people never get to experience.
All I'm saying is that the women need a chance out here to get real and talk real comedy and laugh about things, laugh about our pain and the things that we going through.
I've worked with Paul Mooney, Jay Farrow, and Donna Rollins from Chappelle's Show.
I know him.
But they got a lot of money and I didn't. So
I got to show you New York stand-up.
Yo soy el coñazo. That's me. I'm a Dominican landlord from D.L. Hughley Show. Every Wednesday, catch it between like 4 and 5:30.
New York comedians are a little sharper, a little edgier.
I ain't on TV yet, but I'm new. I'm brand new.
But yeah,
I'm trying to head up the amateur night and all that.
I think they're more concise and more joke-oriented. I don't know, man. I don't think much has changed. People still like to laugh. People a little more PC now, but that's kind of fake. You know what I'm saying? People like when things are said to them as raw as it can be, but they feel like they shouldn't laugh at certain things in public. Why? I don't know. That's their business. But not much has changed. People
What's
like to
PC mean? What PC mean?
Political correct. So
Okay.
instead of saying midget, you say little person.
Okay.
Or instead of saying little person, you say small people. I don't
Instead
know.
of saying a blind motherfucker, you say vision impaired.
There you go.
Okay.
That's right. But now, all that said, how much you getting paid for this?
Yeah, we used to.
Got it.
Is it reading?
It's eating. Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna be in the car.
The little baby snacks is out.
You gotta be ready for that one. Tries to hit him with the pump fake. He don't fall for that. Big man versus big man, body action. Not this time. Rebound, count it. Yeah, hum up. Pick and roll set. Oh, double team. Might want to get that up, young man. Let's go. Like the all-stars out there. He's gonna be a problem when you get older, man. Get it out of here. You ain't paying rent. Said I don't care if we up by double digits, man. Can you do it again in game 2? I'll put Get it out of here. 4-zip, rising stars in the league. Oh, let's go. Jiggy Just. You had an amazing game 1, young man. Where is the stamina for game 2? Physical. Physicality is real. Up on the game clock. There we go.
In Tampa, we are underway. Be great with the man. Cha-ching. Davis. Outside for
Lawrence on the top of the floater is good.
I do. That's the rebound. Chris McCullough. He's been on the mark here.
No, and he left that one hanging, Bobby. They started over. 3:29 to the half. Yes. The fact that it was, it could go for the favor of the K-Star in 3 consecutive days. Chris McCullough, I'm telling you,
And one!
I fucking love New York. The fact that I could go on a train right now and I could see little niggas just dancing right now to eat. Like, you know, that's New York City, like.
But if you don't have this is what New York City is, you know, the diversity, the art, the music, the getting lit, all of it.
I just don't understand why everybody feels the need to pick on people just because they're different.
Iraqi bin Laden's niece. You better say sorry for what your people did. Your dad creates bombs at home. Why do you guys like to kill us, Shaky Bombi? Classroom filled with devious kids, burning any innocence I had left in me.
So far this year, I've read 63 books, total. Everybody should read Catch on a Ride at least twice, because you guys don't get it the first time.
So when I think I'm there, I'm there. I'm air. Infinity in the second of light year. And now that little something lights Times Square. I'm like, yeah.
I'm here today, getting him a walk, trying to get him a little tired out because he's gonna be all crazy later.
That's crazy.
Trying to make some friends today with some other dogs in the park. Some of them he likes, some of them he doesn't like.
There's a lot of actresses, actors, modeling, podcasting, documentary film like y'all two brothers are doing right now. Just being in New York alone, like we get to be very expressive, like just the way we walk, we talk, we dress, we act or whatever.
Just because I dress a little differently or I think a little differently, I might be an asshole, but I would never do that.
So seeing like people like Diddy and all them, that's like they work night and day, they don't stop. That grind never stops with Diddy. I love him to death.
Cheers.
Shout out to people like Ron Artest too. He out here doing this thing, he's putting people on. A lot of people don't know about that. But Ron Artest out here making little moves, trying to help people get into the right spots. And he a whole NBA player, he trying to help for the music scene.
My self-esteem ripped like pencil shavings. That's where I met my friend Depression.
Whenever it grow through us. Yeah. And when the face of the lotus notice us, I respond with a smile, cause I know what's up.
I mean, Abu, they need school. They needed me to go to school. They needed me to excel and be an honor student because that's the only time that my school recognizes me.
You see it, the limitless energy field in which I've been absorbed, but I won't disrespect it by calling it an orb.
Don't give them a chance to think that our religion is horrible, that we're terrorists. Remind them that you're so good that they forget what terrorists are.
Cause it might be my throne in the garden of my Lord, just to cut through the dark with the sharpest katana sword and get you plugged in without a cord.